but you know it now.
Hello, everyone. You have tuned in to another episode of Goat Talk with Indy and
Chaketa.
where we talk about everything under the sun. And today we're going to talk relationships, makeups, and breakups in our culture with Cardi B and Offset kickstarting our conversation. And today we have special guest and relationship coach Kendall Turner. And she's going to join in on a conversation with us tonight and give us some insight on some of the things that she sees that works against healthy relationships and perhaps provide some nuggets on some of the things that she sees in her line of work that keeps relationships strong. So let's go ahead and get into it. Kendall, would you like to go ahead and start off with, a little introduction about yourself, what you do, and how long you've been doing it, and who you service?
Yes. Okay. So, hi, y'all. I'm Kendall. I'm a counselor and a relationship coach. I have a private practice where I serve mainly couples, some single. We'll talk about that later. But I prefer serving couples, and this is my third year within my business. However, I've been a counselor. This is my sixth year as a counselor, and so I also work for the school districts in Dallas. So Dallas ISD, I serve as a middle school counselor currently.
Well, thank you. That's nice. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and jump into it because, let's go ahead and talk Cardi B and Offset. A mess. A whole mess.
Me and my sister was just talking about Sagittarius man. So,
and it's a Sagittarius. Okay.
What is Cardi?
Cardi's a Libra.
She's a Libra. Okay.
So, like on paper, they should be compatible.
Yeah.
But do y'all know anything about Sagittarius man? Have y'all ever dated? Okay, let me tell y'all.
Yeah, go ahead, give us the scoop.
Yeah, take it
down. Okay, so Christina, I have a daughter. I'm sorry, I didn't say that when I was introducing myself. That question throws me off, so I went blank. Okay. But I have a daughter, and her dad was a Sagittarius, and so we met in college, my freshman year in college. The Sagittarius are notorious for cheating. Like, if you talk to anybody that's ever dated a Sag man, most of them, they cheat. They get bored easily, very easily. And anything that blows their way, they look in that way. And so even when, I don't know if y'all saw that video where Cardi's like you waited till I was at my lowest and most vulnerable. Yeah. She was talking about feeling insecure. Like I felt that because that's what you feel like when somebody is stepping out.
Yeah.
Especially if you are, I would say Libras are pretty loyal from what I know about them. And so being a loyal sign and dating a sign that's not loyal is
that sounds like a disaster.
Yes, it is. It is a disaster for sure. For sure.
So do you think that Offset used her? Knowing that they're prone to cheating, do you think that he used her?
I don't think so. I saw another clip because again, we don't know, right? But I saw a clip where I guess he was saying like he wasn't even coming at her like from a sexual standpoint. Like it sounded like he was really trying to get to know her. I think their intentions are initially, good. Honestly, I really do. And then for whatever reason, they get bored and so they start to look another way. I don't know. Do y'all think he used her from y'all?
I don't see it.
I do.
Okay.
How? In what way though?
Okay, I'm about to show y'all. I have to show y'all this really quick. Let me go ahead and share my screen because I don't know. I'm a body language type person, and can y'all see that?
Yeah, I gotta get close.
Look at this apology.
I want to apologize to you, Carter. You know I embarrassed you. I made you look crazy, doing things I ain't had no business. I was partaking in activity that I shouldn't have been taking in. And I apologize, you know what I'm saying? Breaking your heart, breaking our promise, breaking God's promise, and being a selfish, messed up husband, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a better person. I want to get this off my shoulders. I want to get this on my back. I apologize to you, Cardi. I love you and culture. I want to spend with you. I want to be able to spend the rest of my life with you. I apologize. I'm sorry for what I done to you. I didn't fuck that girl, but I was entertaining it. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. And my birthday wish just to have you back. I only got one birthday wish, and that's to get my wife back, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of things in the media. I want to apologize to you, Cardi. You know I embarrassed you. I made you look crazy, doing things I ain't had no business. I was partaking in
Why he sound like a
activity
little
that I
kid
shouldn't have been
though?
taking in.
He
Right.
do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Breaking your heart,
Literally.
breaking our promise, breaking God's promise. And
Oh my God. Okay, enough of he's a
That was
whole
an old clip though.
yeah, but look at what happened. It happened around his birthday. And
Again.
look, and then he
Oh.
begging around Christmas to have his family back. Stupid. Oh my gosh. But you know what? My thing is that if you know that this man is cheating, y'all got all this money and he potentially cheat again. What's the point of even getting mad? You wasn't getting mad before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's his track
Yeah.
record. What it sound like to me,
Yeah.
it ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Yeah.
she made it seem like she accepted it. Like she understood that this was the deal, and that she was going to
Mm.
just accept that. So I'm just wondering, did he just leave her? And I don't know.
Because she said they
Mhm.
were, I don't know. She said they were split. She was like, we've been split up for a while now. Because I guess whoever the girl was, right, they were like spotted in Miami, like, and he
Mhm.
was like leading her through the crowd. And so, I mean, that does sound like somebody that's not in a relationship. But I don't know
Mhm.
if they split because,
Of
of him
that.
entertaining, yeah, other women.
Mhm.
But the chick that
Mhm.
Offset is dating, I don't know her name. She
Hmm.
was assaulted by Cardi B before, and Cardi B took a charge. Yes,
Oh, so she's not.
yes,
She's
What?
a
she's not
regular.
nobody new. She took a
Oh, that's
charge, and yes, so that's why she went on social media and did that rant because it's like, hold on a second, I went and got in trouble, in legal
mm.
trouble behind this chick, and then you're gonna turn around and go back to her.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Well,
I
I hope
didn't
she
know
stay
that.
gone.
That's why I was
Yeah.
asking, do you think he used her? You know what I mean? Because how you gonna go back to somebody that, I mean, this is your whole wife, and your wife risked her whole freedom. Well, that
I
was her
don't.
damn fault. Cardi
Mhm.
Yeah.
should
That
have
Yeah,
wasn't
Cardi
right.
exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Because
Cardi
first of all,
girl,
no. Mm-mm.
yeah.
She said,
But that
mm-mm.
was the case. I think that the whole blow up was kind of, it's just like you got to take accountability, Cardi, in this one.
Hmm. I agree.
Because at the end of the day, she made it seem like it was acceptable in her relationship dynamic, and now all of a sudden, it's not. So we kind of confused. I need some. I
Mm.
need some. I need Offset to come out and say something because he quiet. He just out here living his life.
He was real
He's
petty going under Nicki Minaj's post with some hearts.
Yeah.
are you
Yes, he
serious?
did.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
That's like betrayal right there.
it
Hmm.
really is. And I'm like, Sagittarius, y'all don't come for me. But I feel like they love saying like, oh, we're loyal and loyal. But I'm like, nothing about that speaks loyalty. Like it's super disrespectful. I can't
No.
even imagine
For
you
him to
under
do
my
something like
ops.
that, and for him to
Yeah.
publicly like really be gone, because that apology that he had was grandiose, and so was the apology that he had when they were on, remember when he stopped her show in the way
Mhm.
beginning, way before Culture was born, and he stopped the
Mhm.
show and he walked on stage with all
After
this
Miriam.
flowers. Yeah, and after the first time and all that, like he just it seems like this was it for him. Like, so I'm kind of wondering what happened for him to be like,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because I feel like too, you gotta think of the type of she's like a what do you call it? An alpha female as well.
Yeah.
At least that's how she comes off to me. So she seems like maybe she's loud, demanding in a way. Maybe can be because he said before how she cuts with her words. Maybe she can have her moments where she's emasculating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we don't know, but just
that's true.
From what is her part in all this as well?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah,
like what is just the whole cheating part, but it's like that's
what did Offset go through? Like, we're not trying to have Offset's back or anything. This is not having anybody's back. This is just an observation of what the problem was, what the issues are in this whole situation.
I saw where Blueface, because we can transition into him and Krishan, he accused Krishan of sleeping with Offset. Being at their house at 4 a.m. or something like that. And he's like, you didn't fuck her, blah, blah, blah. Or whatever. Of course she denied it, but it's like, damn, that's trash.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their relationship is tragic. I'm so sick of Blueface and Krishan.
Me too. I stopped watching them.
I'm so sick of seeing them everywhere.
Yeah, I can't stand them. What people say, take me out.
Well, actually, look, hold on. I stopped watching them today. Okay, I stopped watching. Okay, because let me tell you what happened. So apparently, Blueface bought a new house for Jaden and the kids for Christmas, and now Krishan goes on her live talking about she's looking to buy a new house. I'm like, okay, you guys are on my last nerve. Like, I can't take y'all no, because y'all are just doing too much. Honestly, it's starting to feel like they understand how to market on social media really well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're definitely milking it.
Yeah. They're super relevant because they keep all of what's going on. But I don't know if I don't know. Does she normally lie? I don't really know much about, but I really do try to stay because their stuff is just real dramatic. So I'll be like, I don't even know. But I don't know. Is she known to, like, is she a liar?
I don't think so.
I didn't get that perception of her. I've watched both of their interviews that they did on the Jason Lee podcast. And I like when I hear them individually because you get to hear more of their personalities and what they're really like or whatever. So I liked what I saw, I guess you can say, when I listened to them both individually, but together is just a train wreck. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she slept with Offset.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like,
that would be a shame if she was.
He's trying to say that he got a blood DNA test.
Oh yeah,
secretly, and that the baby, Krishan's baby, is Offset. And they've been doing these
baby is Offset.
Side by side comparison, like that. Nothing like him. Did you know that he said that baby looked like Charles Barkley? Yeah. And if you see the baby, he's so cute. I think he's just adorable.
Yeah. I think she's cute. Like, I think she's a cute
girl. She's a beautiful girl.
She's a lot, but I think she's a cute girl. But I don't know. Look, my relationship tip for this is to stay away. Stay away from each other.
Right.
Yeah. That part.
Stay away.
Toxic on toxic.
Yes, very, very.
Well, let's get on some non-toxic love. We have Sierra and Russell. They just had a baby. Congratulations to them. and she's so cute.
So
She
how
looked
many
just like
kids do
Russell
they have
too.
now?
So they have, well, Sierra has, I don't even know how to say this. They have 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 4 children, 3 together.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
And they all look like a good mix of both of them. It's so
They
funny.
do. Yes.
Yeah, I like their relationship. I know Russell gets a lot of like bashing on him being a simp. So what's
Girl,
the
you know
definition
what?
of a
She
simp?
manifested her whole relationship with that song.
She
There's
did.
nothing I won't do.
Yes, she did.
Be my Superman, baby, here I am.
Right. Okay. She put out them
I need to make
vibes.
me a song like that. Shoot.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like no matter what your beliefs are, right? Like she set her intentions with writing down what she desired and all of that,
Yeah.
and she genuinely manifested a good
A good
man.
man.
So
Yeah, because he is a total different type than Future.
very.
Future looked like the
Total opposite.
Future looked like the past. Okay, like real talk.
Literally.
Literally.
Have y'all seen that clip where they're talking to Future and they were like, Sierra said her and Russell prayed together or something about prayer, and then he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we didn't do that." He was like, "But we did pray after sex." And so they were like, "What?" He was like, "Nah, for real talk." He was like, "That's what made me like her." He was like, "I ain't never did that before."
That's
Future
interesting.
It is. That's kind of
I'm like,
weird.
The whole thing is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Before,
But now
after,
I'm trying to
that's
picture it.
what
Like
I'm talking
after it's like, okay, thank you God for this wonderful sex. Like, what did you do?
I'm like, maybe she said, I don't know. She must have
What the
felt
hell?
something to make her be like, Jesus. So I just thought that was interesting. And I believe, I don't think Future was lying. He looked like he was dead ass serious. So,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
so I'm happy. I'm happy that she found Russell. She looks happy. I feel like you can't, like that glow that comes from
Yes.
happiness on the inside. You can't
fake
You
it.
can't fake
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that, I think that a lot of us in society, we don't know how to discern that. We don't know how to discern a good relationship versus a model relationship. Everybody wants that Cardi B. Let me get that Bentley. Let me get them purses.
Yeah.
Because Sierra wasn't even on that for her birthday. Like, if you look at the difference between the gifts that
Mhm.
Russell provided to Sierra for her birthday, I think she just had a simple birthday at the Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yeah, she went to the yeah.
And
that
he had more than enough money to get her anything in this world, and then you see Cardi B and Offset, and then they have these, big, grandiose.
like God.
There's definitely an age difference as well.
Yeah.
So you want different things at different stages in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
None of that stuff, because you know how I feel. Don't be bringing me all these motherfucking flowers. Excuse my language, because who gonna clean all this up? Because I'm not about to.
They got people to clean it up,
and I'm not cleaning it up. I'm not hiring nobody. That's extra money coming out of my pocket. I'm a Capricorn, and I like to budget. And by the way, I heard
I'm real practical.
Yes, I heard that she made more money than him. So it was like all these extravagant gifts. I'm the one that's buying this, really, because I make more money than you.
What's your love language, Indy?
Go ahead, spill it, girl. What is it?
Mine is acts of service.
Acts of service. Okay.
Mine is too.
Acts of service. Yeah, mine too.
Yeah,
actually,
you gotta do that for me. Yes,
but I like gifts. So that's why I was like a little like. Yes,
I love gifts. Gifts is my second one.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? Gifts was my last one, but then when I reevaluated my worth, I was like, no, I need gifts too.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care about your words. Okay. I don't care about all them, accolades and all that stuff. Thank you, but give me something.
Yeah.
Gift is on the
Yeah.
bottom for me.
On the bottom. I think it's
Yeah.
my third, or it might be fourth now. Because acts of
Mhm.
service used to be last when I was like
Mm-hmm.
hyper independent, and I really had trust issues. So I was like, I don't
Ah,
trust anybody enough to show up for me in this
Mhm.
way. So acts of
yeah.
service was at the bottom. And when I really thought about it, I was like, you really would like some help. Like you would like
Okay.
somebody to, come in and take something off your plate. So that's when
Yeah.
All the
everything
time.
kind of shifted for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think that, on the topic of love languages, do you think that it's important for couples to do a love language test before getting involved seriously with each other?
Yeah, I think I always recommend it for the couples that I work with, and even just because I feel like a lot of people like take the test and maybe never like put it into,
Apply. Yeah.
yeah, like they don't
Mhm.
implement it. So that's why I started to like post the love deposits, which are really centered around your love language, right? To help give people ideas who may not know. Like Shakita, you posted something about, what did you say, appreciation, like y'all have a week not
Mhm.
only with your husband but with your
All the
kids, and I
kids.
love that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
feel like not everybody though has like that mindset to put things in action, so I definitely encourage couples to not only take the test but then figure out like how can I make this a practical thing that
Mhm.
Right.
like I'm showing up for my partner and they're able to see that. So
Yeah.
Right.
You know
yeah.
what I found in my past relationships, I used to have a problem with receiving, like, I don't
Mhm.
like affection. You know what I mean?
Physical
And so,
touch?
excuse me,
Is that physical touch?
physical
Or
touch.
okay,
It
okay.
was like it was just cringy to me because I didn't grow up being hugged and kissed a lot.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
naturally, when somebody wants to hug and kiss me, I'll be like, "What you want?" Like, not for me.
What you trying to get from me?
Yeah,
Right.
it's always something that you want from me. Like, it's not never just
Mhm.
genuine. So,
Mm,
yeah, I had a
yeah.
problem, especially if I was in a relationship with somebody that was touchy feely, because
Mhm.
it's like, I guess that made them feel like I didn't love them,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
what's so funny? When I started to reevaluate that in myself and I changed that within myself, my
Mhm.
son, my 8-year-old son, he's so smart. He comes to me and he'll go do the dishes and he'll be
Mhm.
like, "Mom, do you feel loved now?"
Oh, I love that.
Does that make you feel loved, Mom? I'm
Oh,
like,
I
oh,
Aw.
you're
love
so
that.
sweet. I love you.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
yeah.
that's good. So look, he's
Mhm.
like, Mama, you think
Yes,
I'm doing? Is it translating for you? I need you to
Right.
tell
exactly.
me.
Because he knows I like to make him happy. And the only way I'm gonna
Yeah.
make him happy is if he makes me happy. So,
Mhm.
but
Yes.
it's just
Yes.
it's exchange, and I think that with
Exactly.
parents don't do that. They're just like, okay, I'm gonna just
Hmm.
keep giving you love whether you love me or not. Nah, you gonna pour into
Yeah.
me too, son.
Mhm.
Wash them
Pour
dishes.
back into me, right? No,
That's
I
That's
the
out
love
acts
of
of
the
that.
service
street.
right there.
Yes,
Right, right. And I do.
yes.
I encourage parents to do the love language test with their kids too,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel
That's what
like
I need to
as
do. I
parents
haven't
we
done
buy
that with
gifts a
them.
lot. Oh yeah, you should do it. Like I learned, because quality time was one of my last ones too. I like being alone. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
lie to
me
Me
you. So,
too.
too.
and my daughter's, hers was, and she's a Cancer too, by the way. So she's like super clingy, like just
Mm-hmm.
opposite of me. And
Yes.
so I was like, let me do the love language test, and her number one was quality time. So I
Mm.
learned to, even if like, because I'm working with kids all day, so as soon as I walk in the house, I'm like,
You don't
and
want
I
to
would
see no
tell her
You
like,
want to be
hey, I need a
impressed.
moment. Yeah, I'm like, I just need a moment. It does not mean I don't love you. Like, I promise you, we're gonna
Mhm.
watch a show together or do
Yeah.
something together, but just let me get this moment to recharge. And I think communicating that helped our relationship grow in
Yeah.
a
Right.
positive way. So I highly recommend people also doing a love language with
I'm
their
gonna do that
kids.
tonight.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
I
yes,
I
thought of
agree
it
with
before, but
that.
just thanks for the reminder.
yes.
Mhm. And then your children don't like to be loved the same, because I noticed that my son loves quality time, but my daughter loves gifts. So if I try to give
Mhm.
her quality time, like, so, and that helps too, like with birthdays, because I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
birthday, you don't necessarily want this big old party. You want me to just
Yeah.
take you to the movies and it's just me and you,
Yep.
And
Mhm.
Yeah.
whereas London, she's like, oh no, I need to have all of this and I need to do all of that. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I love
Right.
gifts. This is what I love. I want people to shower me with gifts and love. And oh gosh, she's gonna be terrible. Oh my God. And there's nothing that I can do about it, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
I try to help her balance that within herself, so that she doesn't come off as, just wanting to have materials, like, this
Yes.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
understand that we are in a consumer culture where everybody's just always buying stuff, and you're
Something.
stimulated by the things that your friends see. I mean, friends have, so you see
Mhm.
Mhm.
everything that they have
Mhm.
and you want that too. But you got to find yourself. Like, what is London like? What do you like?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you like in all of this? And stop, don't try to be like everybody else, because I'm not buying it. I'm
Okay.
not.
Right.
I'm
And
not.
that's a fact.
Ask your father or whoever, but not me.
That
Get
is
somebody else
funny.
to do it.
Get somebody else
For
to do
real.
it.
You can hate me all you
Literally.
want to. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
for real. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, girl, what you sipping on? I should be
I
sipping on
know.
some.
I'm gonna
My sister, she gave me something that was in a can, but it tastes it tastes good.
I'm up here with a damn red cup.
Right, I got my water.
What are you drinking? Are you drinking anything, Shakita,
Water.
or no?
Water.
Water? Water? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just water.
I have water here too, though. So I got both. But yes.
Yes. All right, what
Well,
we
we'll
got
go
next
ahead
on
and
the
wrap it
list?
up. I think that was it. It was just Sierra and Russell. We were just going to end with that.
Thinking of both couples or even just what we've discussed, right? I think, and I say this a lot, and I feel like people might be like, "Shut up, Kendall," with being intentional. But I really feel like you cannot have a healthy relationship without being intentional. And so, an example of being intentional is definitely the love languages, right? Or
Mhm.
I love that Shakita and her husband go on date nights. And did y'all see my post about like that Uber driver that was married?
Yes.
Who, yeah, so he really and he meant what he said when he was like, I don't want to put in the work. Like that's too much
Mhm.
work.
Mm.
It's like,
Like
well, what are you married
basically saying
Hold on.
like
Explain what was it? What post was this?
so I said I had an Uber driver one morning and he was talking about like first he brought up the family unit, right? Because he was like, I
Mhm.
don't believe the work you're doing at school matters because the family unit is broken. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, that's interesting, right? Like that's why I started my private practice because I really want to, restore the
right?
black family
Right.
unit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I said that, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I need to get your information." And he was like, "Because I want to stay with my wife for the kids. However, like I don't like basically he doesn't like his wife anymore." And
Mhm.
Mhm.
so I'm like,
Mhm.
"Well, what's going on?" And that's when he was like, "She just needs too much attention." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I hear that often, but are you pouring into the relationship?" And that's when he
Mm.
was like, it's too much. That's too much. Like, don't nobody got time for that. We've been together forever. And so I was like, you just want her to accept what it is, like where y'all
Yeah.
are at, and but be quiet about it. So just hearing his mindset, because I will say this: when couples come into a session, I've never heard a man ever, like with any of the couples I've worked with, say what their wife wanted was too much. ever.
Mm.
I think a
He just
lot
didn't
of
want to be
times,
married no more.
yeah, that's what
He
he
was in it
sounded
for the
like, right?
kids. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes, for sure. Just didn't want to break up his family. But a lot of men in like counseling sessions, they say that they feel like their wives are like a moving target. So they're not sure how to show up to where their wife feels satisfied because they feel like,
Mm.
let's say, India, you're like, give me some flowers. They buy you flowers, and now it's something else that you
Mm-hmm.
desire. Like it's always
Something.
something different. Yeah. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all feel like women are like that? What? Yeah. What are y'all thoughts? Even
I
with
feel
women
like we
y'all may
can
know.
be, but it's
Yeah.
like what's happening though. I don't know.
Right.
I feel like what's
Exactly.
happening in the relationship to where I don't ever feel satisfied.
Right.
'Cause
Mm.
maybe she doesn't know either. I don't know.
Do y'all feel like it's a me issue though? If a person's never satisfied, like can your partner ever satisfy you in that way if it's something inside of you that's
I
missing?
think it's a question that needs to be asked between the
Mm-hmm.
couple, like
Mm-hmm.
can because what I think is sometimes men would assume that their woman is not satisfied and not
Mm-hmm.
ask them, just because they want something else. Like I remember like in a couple relationships, I would like mention stuff that I want and then they'll just do
Mm-hmm.
their best to go get it, but I didn't ask them to go get it. So it's like I can say that I want the moon and you over here trying to get me the moon. I didn't ask
Mm-hmm.
you to get it. And I could just be talking out my ass like I just want something just because I want it and don't necessarily even want it. Like I was saying that I want something and now I got a whole bunch of shit that I really don't even need. You know what I'm
But
saying?
men are real. They're like literally like you give me a step 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
follow it, and that's why the whole moving target or maybe
Mhm.
all of our emotions and
Mhm.
all of those things frustrate them because they're really like, just
Well,
tell
what do you
me
want? This is
what
what
you.
you said.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but it's
Right.
not about
yeah.
what we want. It's about what we need, really, because women are going to be with you based off of the safety that you can provide to us.
Mhm.
If you can
Mhm.
keep me safe and you can keep me secure, I'm not going anywhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you love me, and you that shows me that you love me, that you have the ultimate highest level of care for me, that you were not
Yeah.
going to make. You're going to make sure that I'm okay. But
See.
I don't need all of the things that I say that I want just because
I
I say that I
do.
want it.
Because I don't ask for nothing. So if I say
Well,
this is what I want, this is what I need.
You're right. Same.
right.
I'm
Well,
the
you
same.
see, I be saying stuff like I'll see something on TV, for instance, like something that I probably will only use one time, like a pressure washer or something like that. I'm like, oh, I want
Mhm.
one of those. And then next thing you know, it's coming in Amazon. And
He
I'm like,
said,
hold on
"Wait a
a second.
minute."
But
I'm
see,
only
that
gonna
lets
use
you know he's listening, though. That's a good.
Yes,
That's a
that's what
good
I'm
yes.
trying to
trait to
So
say.
have.
that's why I was saying I think it needs to be a question for between the couples, like,
It needs to have that
because
communication, correct?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
communication thing because it's like I didn't say that I wanted it, and then now I'm saying that I didn't wanted it, and it's like, oh, so now you're ungrateful because I was
And I can see
listening
how
to
that's
you.
confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How do y'all feel about going back to like communication and like healthy relationship tips? How do y'all feel about so something I tell my couples that people rarely do, but I try to encourage it anyway, is having
Mhm.
what we call like a state of the union, right? Where you can do it weekly. I say to start off at least monthly or bi-weekly where you're doing these check-ins on
Mhm.
like how the marriage or the relationship is going. Like how what are y'all thoughts about that? And then why do y'all feel like people give me pushback? Because a lot of couples they just don't do that assignment.
Hmm. I don't know why people don't do that, but I happily will. Like just the other day, I got those. I have those cards from Ace Metaphor,
Mhm.
tonight's conversation. So it's like
Mhm.
me and my husband, we talk a lot about business and like whatever's happening during the day. And so I just decided I was like, we ain't even really like we need to break up the monotony here. And the easiest way to do
Mhm.
that is just to pull out the cards so we can have
Yeah.
different conversations. And
Yeah.
I don't know why it's hard. Like, I feel like it's needed. Like
Yes,
if you
it
really
is.
want to be happy and you want longevity and you want understanding and there are certain needs that you met that you feel that you are not getting in your relationship, you have to be vocal about it. You have to talk with yourself, number one, to figure out what you really want so that you can convey to your customer the things that you need to be, to have a great, successful
Yeah.
relationship. You have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's an issue of accountability and honesty.
Yes.
You know, like people first and foremost, they don't like to admit when they're wrong. You know, generally people don't like to admit when they're wrong. Even people that are okay with holding themselves accountable don't like to be wrong. You know, but I think that a lot of people generally have an issue with accountability and really being honest with themselves because they're afraid of how they're going to make their partner feel, you know, instead of really looking out for self. Really, it starts with self.
Yeah.
It starts with self, and your partner has to understand where you come from and be able to be okay with that and decide if they want to participate in your life with you. You know what I mean? Like, this is how I am, you know, I'm willing to change for you. You know, I'm willing to not change. That's the wrong words. I'm willing to do
Be
what I
more
need to
intentional
do.
about my moves.
Exactly. When it comes to you know, so that I can make you happy and things like that. But who I am to my core, I am not willing to compromise that. You know, I'm not going to change myself to fit in your world. You know, like Eartha Kitt said, no, you're going to fit in mine. Okay. You're going to fit in mine. Because I got it going on over here. And no, I'm not even going to say that. Because even if he had it going on, you know, it would still be the same. Like, we still got to be able to know how to cohabitate and fit in each other's world.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, that's definitely something. Sorry, my sister has a cat and it was rubbing on me. I definitely agree that it's like having those, even if it's hard sometimes, right, to check in with each other, just having those conversations is one way to move you forward, or move your relationship forward in a positive way. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't always like that for us in the beginning. Like there's a lot. I held my tongue a lot in the beginning, and it I can say now it built up resentment for a lot of things too. But then it was like, okay, I want to be in this relationship, but I don't want to feel this way all the time. So I have to start speaking up and saying how I feel and the things that I want, the things that I want to see change. And you know, if you with it, let's do it. If not, then
Right.
but this is what I need. Like I had to really learn how to speak up for myself, just in general.
Absolutely.
In general.
Yeah.
In
Where
all
do you
relationships.
think that comes from, Chaketa? Where do you think that comes from? You being apprehensive to talk and speak up for yourself in the beginning. Where do you think that came from?
Just wanted to be the good wife. And I could say in childhood, like not really having, like I didn't grow up with a big family. It was just me. You know, me, I have two younger brothers, but we're so far apart. It's not like, you know, and then I had a few good friends. So I was never like around a big family where I got to experience a lot of different personalities and how to interact with people, you know. So like moving on my own down here, it opened me up to more people, and then also like not having my comfort zone of my normal family dynamic to depend on. It was just me and my kids, and so I just had to learn how to open up and communicate and speak up for myself and set boundaries and all those things, just moving to a different environment.
Yeah.
And then wanted to be a good, you know, I thought I was being a good wife, but
Right.
or I was even more
the whole
a
time.
good partner,
Yeah.
you know, and just there's just a lot of transitioning going on and just not wanting to be a burden to people and not, you know.
Yeah.
You were just trying to be quiet.
Just trying to make it work, but it wasn't working, so I had to bust us out
So
of
let
that
me
thing.
ask you this: when you
Open
finally,
up now.
when you finally came out, was it nice or was it? Did you just like blow up, or were you able to
It was
have
just a
a
gradual
level-headed
thing.
conversation?
It was just a gradual thing, learning when to communicate, how to say the things that I wanted to say without it being a blow up. Because blow ups get you nowhere. Going back and forth when nobody is listening to each other, which we've been there, it doesn't go anywhere. So there was like one particular, like I remember the first time I like stopped us in an argument, like we was going back and forth. I'm like, we're saying I don't remember what we're arguing about, but I was like, we're saying the exact same thing. We're just saying it in different ways. What are we really doing? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
And so it's like from then on, it's like, from then on, it was like, okay, let's.
And you know what's so funny? Usually that's what it is. You're really arguing about the same thing for the majority of the time. It's just that we have a whole different perspective of the situation, and we're, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'll be like, y'all speaking a different language. So that's what I like about couples work, because I get to sit and like listen and then bring it together. Like, okay, like this is what this person is saying, this is what they're saying, and like piece it together.
Yeah.
So that I would say that's probably my favorite part about it. Like for people to have those aha moments of like, okay, we can move forward after this. Yes. But I can definitely relate to you, Chaketa, and I think we talked about this before, just me like being quiet and never wanting to speak up. Like even if somebody, I don't know, gave me the wrong change or whatever, like when I was growing up, I wouldn't say anything, and then I would get in trouble by my mom when I would get she's like, go back in that store.
Then it was worse, because then you got to go back and relive it again, but worse.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, let me just get it right the first time. But I would say moving away, even though my family, I'm the oldest of 8 kids, and then like our extended, we just have a huge family. So I am used to like all these different personalities, but everybody like being loud and being, I don't want to say aggressive, but like everybody's aggressive. So I think I shied away from confrontation for the most part, unless like I was backed into a corner. But then I moved. I came to Texas at 18, and I knew like I didn't have my mom there, right, to be like, Mom, this happened or whatever. And so I had to speak up. But I was mean at first. Like with my speaking up, I was like, ain't nobody gonna play in my face. So then I said too much. Like I was doing the most.
I could not see you that way.
Right.
That's
why it's funny, because I'm like, what?
I remember Christina's dad was like, nah, you gotta let people know they got you fucked up. And I was like, you right, they got me. So it's just people hyping me up, but I have a calm demeanor naturally. However, I feel like I was more aggressive because I felt, I guess, vulnerable without my safety net. And then I discovered boundaries, right? Like you can't say everything that comes to your mind, but also if you implement these boundaries, you're not gonna feel, I guess, as defensive when it comes to not only romantic relationships, right, but friendships and relationships with your family. So
see, for you, it was you need to be more careful about what comes out of your mouth, and for me, it was like I need to speak more.
Like
the opposite. Like you have to say what you're thinking.
Yes. Look, I had a bad. I was like, say literally what's on my mind, and everybody was like, I didn't ask you this. Why didn't you tell me that?
I was like that too. I used to get in trouble a lot for talking too much. It's like, India, you talk too much.
Like, really?
That's because I didn't, I felt like when I was growing up, I didn't get a chance to talk enough. Like I was always told to be quiet or go in a corner or make myself small for other people. And one day I woke up and I said, I'm not about to be quiet.
Yes,
You about to,
today.
about to get all this work, and I'm about to tell you.
Yes.
I'm about to tell you what bus to catch, and I'm about to tell you where to get off at too.
Every little detail.
Right, exactly.
Do you feel like that carries over now in relationships? Like, yeah, do
Not
you ever feel like
anymore.
you're mothering like a man?
No, I don't want
Okay.
to. No, I don't want to build a man. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's what it would feel like to me. You know what I mean? If
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in a situation where I have to help you become, then I can't, because I'm already in a position to where I want to be in life. And
Yeah.
for me, that's
Yeah.
like taking several steps backwards. You know what I mean? So my issue
Yeah.
is finding the type of men that match my vibe and what I'm doing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I'm still
Mm-hmm.
in the mindset of, oh, I still think that I'm in this bracket. I'm not there no more. You know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
risen above that, and unfortunately, I was attracting men that were still in the place that I left, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not a case at all of me wanting to mother them or anything. I'll tell them real quick, I ain't got no time for this.
Yes. Like zero
Look,
tolerance.
I
I
don't have
get it.
time
I
for this.
get it.
There's some women that are okay with it, but I'm just not one of those, because you have to
Yeah.
come prepared. Because at this point in my life, I need someone that I can actually build something with. I got resources now. Let's put our resources together and do
Mm-hmm.
something now. I don't need to be waiting for you to catch up so that I can start building, because that sets me back from where I'm already ready. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I'd rather be
No,
by
I get it.
myself, because at the end of the day, I've gotten so much work done within the past 6 years. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I can do another 6 years and be even farther, instead of worrying about being in a relationship where it's not gonna be fruitful.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, what do y'all think about Princella?
Princella.
Since we're talking about that, because
Oh my God.
Indy, what you just said is it just triggered me to think about what she said. The last thing that I heard her talk about was she was saying how women shouldn't cohabitate with men because pretty much I said
Mm-hmm.
as they drain us and
Mm-hmm.
we don't get as much shit done
I
or like
think
we
Yeah.
that
can't
there's
meet
a
our
balance to it. I think there's a
yes, I
balance to
agree.
it. And again, it also goes back to the type of men that you choose. You know what I mean? And she's probably
Yes.
one of those that just don't know her worth. And she's still trying to pick from the bottom of the barrel. And she's just
Does
speaking
she
from,
like men?
that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know. I mean,
I
she's been
don't
married, she
agree.
has a kid,
Okay.
but I don't know. I don't know. But she definitely attracts um gay women for sure.
Okay.
Because
I
the
mean,
way
she
that she
was the
talks.
yeah. I listened to the Harley initiated live podcast with
Hmm.
her and Tim Ross, and
Hmm.
so because y'all shared a clip of her, and then like not too long, literally after
Hmm.
y'all shared that clip, I
Yeah,
saw the podcast and I was listening. It was like 4 hours, so I probably listened to 2 hours of it. But
me
she's
too.
like, I don't agree with her. I think
Hmm.
she's super smart, like in what she's saying. But I don't know. Y'all would have, especially you, Shakita. I guess you would have to say like, do you think it would be better to live separately from your husband, like and
Yeah, I
raise
don't.
your family?
I
Because I've
wouldn't
been
want to,
married
but she
before.
definitely made
I
some
don't,
valid
I don't believe
points. I think
that.
she's made a lot of valid points,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't agree wholeheartedly with everything that she says. Like, especially when it comes to she's saying like the family should live together, the boys should live with the fathers
That.
at a certain age. Like, I don't, but
We need each other. We need
yeah,
Yeah.
each other. At the end of the day, we need each other. Men need our nurturing spirit. We need their masculine energy, and we need to learn how to cohabitate with each other and
I
decide
agree.
if this is the person that we're going to be with.
Yeah.
regardless of their flaws and all, because this is what I don't get about sometimes what women do. They'll go through their man phone and then they'll find something and then they'll go through all of this debe da guste and then turn around and then be with the man right over again. So it's like,
Right. Look, she's like,
what was
Cardi.
all that for?
Right.
And what was all
Yeah,
that for if you were gonna just
But
turn
they're
around
in
and
their
be with them?
20s though, is my point. Like,
that's
we were
true.
doing shit like that in our 20s. Now we at our big
Yeah.
age,
Right.
knocking on 40, we don't have time
Yes.
for that. I don't
Yeah,
have time to
Yeah.
go through no man's phone. Like, do you want to
right,
be with me or not?
Yeah.
right,
I'm
Yeah.
not going
For
through your
sure. For
phone.
real.
Is
For
you
real.
here
I'm
or
right.
not
not?
going through no phone. Right.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
I agree.
I'm going through the phone. I'm sorry. I need to
You
see.
still will go through the phone?
Look, I go through the phone if I need to go through the phone. But
That's what
that's
I'm saying.
usually
If I
because
need to
there's
go
been
through it, then
multiple things that make me feel like I need to,
exactly,
Yeah.
but
not out of
Yeah.
curiosity, but if there's something going on and it's disrupting our flow, then I'm about to go find out what the fuck that is because
yep.
I need to know.
I feel like it comes like natural, like you, like I don't know stuff. I'll be finding out stuff without ever looking. I'll be like,
Yeah. Like,
thank,
oh,
Yeah.
look,
okay.
thanks, yeah. I'll be like,
Uh-huh.
look. So I don't want to, because I went through phone right in my 20s. Like wrestling over the phone, like
Oh
it was
shit.
bad. I just
Oh, man.
never. Yeah, I told
They're
you I was with
wrestling.
the Sagittarius, like literally, like
Yeah.
gripping the phone, trying to take it out of my hand. Never, never again. I don't want to ever be in that
Yeah.
position. I think
Me either.
if I start to feel like I can't trust you, like we just need to have a conversation. But I be praying
Yeah.
that I don't get
Yeah,
no
that's
partner
like my
like
last
that.
ditch effort, to be honest. That's my last ditch effort because I'm like, okay, if you're disrupting what we got going on, and well, obviously you are because or
Right,
something's happening to where I feel
something's
in this
off.
way, and if I find it,
Yeah,
then it's over. I'm not about to go back to you
yeah,
because
yeah,
that's my last ditch effort because I'm like, mm.
yeah, yeah. So look, we definitely know that honesty is also a key, right? A key
Mhm.
component in a healthy
Yes.
relationship for sure.
Even
Even
if you fucking up,
100. Yeah,
even
exactly. I
if
was
you're
just
fucking
about
up,
to say that.
be honest about it and let me make the decision whether I want to
Mhm.
be here or not.
Participate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's the thing that we don't. That's the thing. It's like, okay, if you're gonna lie about that, that means that you're willing to put my life in danger in any type of way, and I
yeah.
cannot
Y'all know
rock with you.
what? I
I
feel
don't.
like I talk to my friends a lot about this. I hadn't really dealt with men that lie, so they were honest, but
Mhm.
it still hurts. Like the truth
The
still
truth does
hurts. But
hurt.
but y'all are right. You have that autonomy of like, now I have this information. What am I gonna
Hmm.
do with it? But
Last
yeah,
resort, though. I'm definitely
yeah,
not. I'm not a phone goer through her
Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you about it.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
We're
for
gonna talk
sure,
about this here,
for
and I
sure.
can get the vibe off of what you're saying, or
yeah. Absolutely.
Mhm,
Yeah. If I go
mhm.
through your phone, I'm already broke up with you.
for real.
So
It's
you
like
might as
so
well
what?
get your. You might as well get your. I actually probably already have the shit packed because fuck around and find I do not play because it's like you are messing with my livelihood at this point.
Yeah. No, that's real. That's real.
Mhm.
So they better ask about me.
Look, how is dating in Vegas?
I don't, girl.
She said, I don't date.
I don't go outside. I don't go outside. So I stay inside. And honestly, I'm at a point in my life because I was dating someone, but it was a long distance relationship, and he moved here to Vegas. And when we cohabitated together, it was just like, yeah, this is not gonna work. And I did that
That's
twice.
oh, that's
Twice.
right. Is that the story you told me the other day?
No.
No,
Twice.
dang.
So men. I had two men fly and move their whole life to do that says a lot, right?
Right, it
Mhm.
does. Like you might need, like India might need to teach some classes.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
You got niggas changing their whole area
Right.
code to be
Oh,
learned.
girl,
I
the
like
whole
it. I
the
like
whole
it.
deal. Okay, and you know what's so funny? Like, even though we're not together anymore, I really don't have any bad blood with either one of them. You know what I mean? It was just a
Mm-hmm.
situation that just didn't work out, you know. And like I said, I had to understand that I'm not in I'm not attracted to men that I used to be attracted to anymore. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
there's certain
Mm-hmm.
things that I require for a relationship to work right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm into investments and all that type of stuff right now. If you ain't got nothing to invest, we cannot be
Yeah.
together. And if you're
Mhm.
not
I get
trying to
it.
get there, then we cannot be together because
Right.
that's where I'm going, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's what it is for me. I need to like be more interactive on like going to like conventions and stuff like that and probably meet somebody there.
Being in the
Mm-hmm.
spaces that you are interested in, if you're
Exactly.
investing in things like that.
Exactly. So right now
What?
I'm not even worried about no relationship. I'm good. I don't want no
Oh,
man.
okay. Okay.
Mhm.
She
I don't
said
want no
that.
man. I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good. I can't
Don't
wait
say
to
that. Don't put that in the universe. You want a man.
Right.
You
no,
just
I
want
don't
the
want no
right
man
man. You
now.
want the
Right
right
now.
man for
Yes, I
Okay.
you.
do. I'm gonna have the right man, but right
You
now
are gonna have the right man.
I'm just exploring myself and just
Mhm.
having a great time just rediscovering who I am because I
Mhm.
feel like I'm coming out of something and something is going on with me and I really don't need to be with nobody right now. It's almost
Disturbed.
like yeah, exactly. It's almost like, a butterfly coming out of a cocoon, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They got to
Yeah.
go through the whole process before they get there. That's
Mhm.
Yeah.
where I feel like I'm at right now.
No,
Mhm.
And
I get it.
I'm
I
in a
get it.
season of replenishment, a season of just quietness right now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What
No,
about you,
that's good.
Kendall? What's your dating life looking like right now? Go ahead, girl. Spill it.
Look.
Right.
So, because everybody keeps that, they're like, why don't you date? Like people ask me all the time. I have like a health issue. I don't. I'll talk about it now. But so I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and
Mhm.
it ended up causing like something to go wrong with my eyes. So I have cataracts on literally both eyes. And when I went to the doctor, like this eye specialist, I was literally the youngest person there. And so
Oh,
that makes me feel awkward anyway. I'm supposed to have surgery and my vision will be restored, but
mhm.
I feel like I have to be super vulnerable with having diabetes at the moment because I'm gonna be healed, but having
Yes.
it
Mhm.
at the
Claim it.
moment, yeah, just meeting. Like I'm like I can't see, so I feel like I'm gonna be like uncomfortable, right, or not feeling safe with
Mhm.
meeting anybody. But I'm definitely, I feel ready. So
Yeah.
I was kind of in a like situation shit, but minus the sex. What?
Yeah.
I have to say that because I'm like, I know people are like, why are you doing? So I was, yeah, I felt like I was connected to somebody, and I thought like that was gonna be my person. And so
Mhm.
when it went down south, first I had to heal because I was like, okay, I have to grieve this person, and
Yeah.
to be able to move on. So now I feel like I'm actually ready, but before I
Yes.
was really holding on, like I know this gonna be my man, and no, it didn't work.
It didn't work out. Mhm.
Yeah, it didn't work out. So I'm ready, but I want to be physically healthy before I
Hmm.
start dating. And I'm open to dating apps because I be having my single clients get on dating apps,
Mhm.
and they all are in relationships. I'm trying to think of ones. A few of them have met people like organically, but I
Mhm.
feel like once you position yourself and start putting yourself out there, that's when you start to attract.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Hell
so I'm
yeah.
I'm open to in person or dating apps for sure.
Well,
Okay,
I
Miss
would not
Kendall.
recommend dating online. I'm
She's
sorry.
like, I
I do
don't
not
recommend.
recommend it, please. Because
People do.
they can pretend. And I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I went through it twice.
She's like, they be pretending. Girl, listen to me,
They be
Kendall.
pretending they can put on a show. You hear me? I'm like,
No,
shit.
look, you woke me up the other day. I was like, I'll be getting
They could put
played
on
by
a. It's
people.
scary. It's really scary, and I'm gonna
It
start
is
doing
scary.
background checks too. So whoever's watching this,
Yeah.
just know you're gonna get a background check.
I just feel like as we get older, though, there's our places of meeting people is more limited than when, to me, anyways, when we were in
Mhm.
our 20s, because we were,
Mhm.
Outside.
outside, literally
Mhm.
outside. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm
So,
like,
so before we wrap it up, then, what do you
mhm.
think is a good dating spot? Since we're on the topic of meeting each other, like
Like, where should we meet people or where should we go on a first date? Like
where should
that.
we go on our first date?
This question. So, for me, I have to say, for me, in my own personality, I like simple first dates.
Mhm.
So, walking in the park. I know, like, that was on the list. Like, don't take me to no park. All of these places, but I'm like, I'm okay. Me, Kendall, is
Mhm.
okay with going on a walk. And I feel like, as a man, as you're learning that woman in that process, you have to figure out what works best for her. But I
Mhm.
think because people said no to ice cream dates, but I'm like, ice
Why
cream dates,
not?
right? Or
I think
like
that's
people said
cute.
no to coffee dates. I'm like, all of those
Somewhere
to
where
me
you
are
can
very
talk to
low
people.
maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And let's see,
Mm-hmm.
like a simple thing, right? Just to see, can we connect? Like, can we have a
Yeah.
conversation and it feel comfortable?
Right.
Because I think that matters. So
Mhm.
that's my first date suggestions. Just keep it simple. But if you meet a woman and you really like her, like I had a client who was single and she went on a lot of coffee dates, like a lot, like all the time. And then this guy took her. They're from the DC area, so he took her to some like super nice restaurant, and she was impressed. And look, they still together. So I think you
I
have to
love it.
figure out, what works for that woman, for the man. And since we're on
Yeah.
the topic, I do want to say where you can meet people organically, because I know a lot of people ask that question too.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
and I encourage people to go to the healthier ones. And I'm only saying this because of the mindset of the man that shops
Good
right, like
point.
at Whole Foods or Sprouts,
Trader
or
Joe's.
yes,
Mhm.
What about the
yes.
library? The library is a good place.
Do do people be going?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I take my kids to the library all the time, and they be
Do
people
you
in
ever
there.
you see single men there?
I
That's
don't know if they
good.
single, but I know I'll be seeing some men in there.
She's like, they at the
Girl, you
library. I
pulled up
like that.
somebody's husband. Okay.
Yeah, they be up
Right,
in there.
right. Or I know I say sporting events, or like sport, like
Yep.
what are they, sports bars or whatever. And I know, like, they talk a lot about women, like how we like click up right when we go out and we're
Yep.
stuck together. So I
Mhm.
encourage women to split for a little bit, right? Like, okay, you go
Mhm.
to the bathroom. Now this for my single, not people that are married like Chaketa, but the
Yeah.
single women, you can split up and maybe go to the bathroom, or like, hey, you go get the first round of drinks at the bar, and then I'll go next, because it gives a
Mhm.
man an opportunity to approach you without feeling, intimidated with
Intimidated.
this
Right.
with this
Mhm.
crowd. Also podcasts. I know you mentioned tonight's conversation, but I don't know if y'all ever been to like live podcast
I'm
shows.
going
Mhm.
because Trip is about to be my husband.
Look, well then you got to go.
We gonna fight.
He's the
No,
model
look,
husband.
I like Stefan Speak, so that's that.
Yeah, I like
I'll
him
Oh, you
too.
definitely
okay?
him.
I can see that. I can see
He's a
that. He's
Sagittarius
cool
though.
too. He's cool
He's a
too. But yeah,
Sagittarius.
Trip
I
is a
don't know.
trip.
He is. But yes, there was. I forgot. He is. He is. But I went to. I think it was a roommate's live show or whatever, and it was like so many it was a lot of men there, and they were like dressed nice, and
That's what I was saying.
so
That's where I'm gonna find me one at. One of
mhm,
them events. Like I was saying, I want to go to the award shows. I want to start like really investing in going into these places because that's where you're gonna find what you're looking for. Like
yeah, the quality of man.
I'm looking for a high value man. I'm a high value woman, and I got a
Period.
lot to
Okay.
offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like, I don't just come with baggage. I
mhm,
carry my weight. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
beyond.
yeah,
So I just need to be with some or find somebody that I match with, and I need
yeah.
Yeah.
to be in those types of situations.
Environment. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So look,
Yeah.
we gonna have to do a redo and be like, girl, I got my man. Like, that's what
Right.
Yes.
we
Next thing you know, I'm gonna be having y'all in my wedding. Like, okay, y'all,
yes.
this
Look,
one's
I'm
gonna
down.
last. I promise.
That's what's
This
gonna
one's he's the one.
He's
he's
it.
the
I
one. I
got
love
y'all.
it. I love it.
I love this
Mhm.
conversation, but yeah, we're definitely
Thank
gonna
you.
have to come back. We're gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
wrap this up. We are at
Mhm.
time, and
Okay.
thank you again, Kendall, for
Thank you,
joining us
Kendall.
tonight.
Yes,
Yes.
thank
Where
you
can they
guys for
find you
having
online,
me.
Kendall? Let them know where they can
Yes.
find you
Look,
online.
Chaketa be like, thank you. So I'm on Facebook as Kendall R. Turner, and if you are looking for a relationship coach or counselor to work with, my booking link is in the like little bio part on Facebook, as well as on Instagram as Your Sister on the Sofa. That's my personal page, and then Sisters on the Sofa is the business page. And again, the link to book a free consultation is in the bio.
Thank
Yes.
you again so much.
Thank
And
you,
you
Yes,
guys,
thank
Kendall.
y'all.
please email us with your questions or topics that you want to
Mhm.
hear. And let us know if you want to be a guest on our show. We would love to have you,
Come on.
Yes.
especially, and please, ladies, especially the ladies, sign up for our newsletter at CapricornTwins.com so we can update you on future events because they're coming.
Oh
And we're
yeah.
just going to end it
Yes.
on that note. We appreciate you for watching and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Ding.
Later.